Okay, fire away, guys.
Can you, can you clarify a little bit about Jack and in his situation? Was he out of the protocol and then went back in, or was that
No,
practicing part of?
yeah, it's practicing as part of the protocol.
Is he? How has he progressed?
He's progressing. Yeah, he's progressing well, and then hopefully, we'll be out of it soon.
He's in practice today.
Yes.
Kevin, how valuable is it when you go against Philly one week and then Kansas City when you're going to play some of your stars?
Yeah, I think obviously talking about the two teams in the Super Bowl last season, so getting good work of practice versus the NFC champs last week was great, and then going up against Coach Reed and the AFC champs this week. Obviously, in practice, going against the ones and getting a ton of reps in this game. Getting our ones out there, getting our starters out there versus their good players. I think it's a great challenge for us. As you know, it's all part of the process. It's all start as we get started. It's part of getting ready for September 10th. So I think it's important for our guys to lock in. It's why we're using this week as a regular season schedule to get our players used to the rhythm, used to their routine, used to putting in new plays, and that type of thing.
Kevin, we talked on Thornhill earlier. Just what type of impact, now that you're deep into this camp and nearing the end, what type of impact have you seen him have on that side of the ball as a new face coming in from a Super Bowl champion?
Yeah, I think Juan really has been that guy from day one for us, out here on the practice field, in the meeting rooms. He's a guy that, as you know and our players know, has played big in big games. So he's been a leader right away. That safety position, you're oftentimes getting people lined up, and communication is paramount back there, and Juan does a great job at it.
With Juan taking a few left tackle reps the other day, are you guys going to be doing a little bit more of that, and what's the thinking?
Yeah, I think it's just the natural time for those type of things, Mary Kay. As you get into this part of camp, you're going to try some guys in different positions because it helps with roster flexibility, all those things. But it doesn't mean that's where they're going to land. You're just trying to get people comfortable, really make them uncomfortable at times in some different positions. And it's not just the offensive line. We do that really across the board at all the positions.
And how's he been doing? How did he do in Philly and and in the game and just lately?
Yeah, I'd say like all of our rookies, continuing to make progress, working very hard at it, as you know, with Coach Callahan and Coach Peters and Coach DeCoster, how they push their guys. He's responding well to that and just has to continue to grow.
What have you seen of Jordan Wilkins so far, and do you expect to see a lot more from him Saturday in the game?
Yeah, with players that you add kind of midstream, Tony, you got to ramp them up mentally, and he's doing that. He's a pro. He's played in some systems that I think he can translate what we're doing offensively. He can translate into his previous terms, so I think he's coming along. We'll continue to work him in there. We'll see how much he plays in that game, but he's somebody that is earning our trust just because he knows what to do.
Kevin, I'm sure there are a number of questions you'd like to get answered maybe Saturday, but is there one question you really want to get an answer to this weekend before you head into the regular season?
I don't think one specifically. As you guys know, it's everything we do is part of getting ready for September 10th and beyond. So how you've practiced 2 weeks ago versus our plan at the Jets, the plan versus Commanders, plan versus Philly, it's all ramping up for September 10th. So this is all part of the process. It's important that we have a good week of practice. It's important that we get out there and focus on our operation and our execution.
Kevin, there's no true sacks in training camp, but when you watch the tape, has Miles disrupted more plays than he usually does? It looks like he's in the backfield all the time.
It looks like that because he is. Yeah, I don't know about the more than previous seasons. He's a pain in the butt for the offense, and we know that with teams that we go against, they give him plenty of attention. They know they want to know where he's going to line up. They're going to try and put a tight end over there as much as possible. So he gets a ton of attention from defenses. But he's playing at a high level right now, and just got to continue on that progression.
Expect Jerome Ford to practice this week?
Not this week, no.
Is he on a trend to play?
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to go that far ahead. I think he's making positive strides, Tony. So really comfortable with where he is.
What about Jalen? Is he going to be back this week?
Working his way back, not today.
Coach, you've had an extended training camp because we've had 4 exhibition games. Did that help with the evaluation process?
Without a doubt. I mean, we looked at that Hall of Fame game as an awesome opportunity for us to add reps for our young players that really us and the Jets were the only ones that were afforded that extra opportunity. So invaluable when you talk about game reps for our young players, and they'll continue to get reps going into this Kansas City game as well.
I know Nick Chubb hasn't played in the preseason the last few years. Is there any need to get him any reps on Saturday?
We'll see. I try to make those decisions based on individually on each player. As you can imagine, Nick's doing everything in his power to get ready for September 10th.
Kevin, when we talked to Juan today, he talked about everything they achieved when he was in Kansas City and wanting the Browns to have a similar level of success while he's here. Obviously, what does it mean when you have a player who comes in and kind of those self expectations that they have, and what kind of impact that can have?
Yeah, I think we place a premium on those veterans that can come in and be great examples to your young players on how to be a pro. And I think Juan is one of many guys that we have in that building right now that can do that. But to your point, Ashley, when you've had the team success that he's experienced with the Chiefs, I think it just gives instant credibility to your team that this is a guy that knows what it takes, knows how much work has to go into it.
Now that Shelby Harris has been here for a little bit, just what have you learned about him, and as your, I guess, maybe perception of the impact he can have changed or increased at all?
No, I don't know that I'd say that just yet, Darryl. I think we're still early in getting Shelby acclimated to what we do and how we do it. He's doing a very nice job. He's done everything that's asked of him. I think those game reps were important for him. Again, this week will be important for him to just ramp up into our system, but he's done a nice job of getting to know our team, getting to know his teammates, getting to know this system. I would say so, yeah.
It's practice and it's preseason, but is there some promise to being able to see some of the defensive plays be so explosive so early and getting that kind of look at Jim Schwartz and what he wants to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Ken, we've seen it all spring and throughout this summer, and obviously in the games here of an attacking front. We're playing very aggressively up front, playing sound in the back end. It's important for us to continue to stack days like we're doing today.
Good.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, go. Thanks.